this potentially could be the fifth year in a row where the Lions have had a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. If you don't come away with your franchise quarterback after having that top 10 pick for 5 years in a row, you are doing something wrong. Very wrong. And here's why I want the Lions to win some games now.
Yeah.
So this regime does not feel desperate. Because when you are desperate, you make very bad choices. Just like Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia, to pick Jeff Okudah over Justin Herbert or Tua Tagovailoa, the two franchise quarterbacks coming out of that draft at that time in that year, to take a corner because you had to win now, that sets your franchise back a decade. If you are faced with that pick again, and you are sitting there with a number 5, number 6, number 7 pick, and you don't come away with your quarterback because this regime, this head coach in particular, feels like he has to win games now. What is going to help Dan Campbell win games now? Is it going to be a rookie quarterback, or is it going to be some stud defensive tackle or some stud defensive end or some stud linebacker, Will Anderson? Yeah. I mean, you've got to think about this moving forward. And when you don't pick the quarterback, it sets your franchise back years, perhaps a decade, when you make the wrong pick.
No, you're absolutely right. And you're looking at the draft this year. It's as we talked about during the season, it was only C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young and people were talking about, but insert Will Levis, insert a couple other guys. Your guy who you'll talk about later, so I'll save his name. But there are quarterbacks coming out. You got to get yourself a quarterback. And whether he doesn't happen next year, and he starts for you the following year, you still have to get yourself a quarterback, kind of like Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes. He waited a year, then he comes up.